episode 9 of Dandadan has arrived, and I'm sure you guys are confused about what just happened to Aira, so this video will explain her new transformation and what happened to the Acrobatic Silkly. Now, for this to make sense, you first need to understand what's considered a yokai in the world of Dandadan. These are spirits that are generally hostile towards living things. They have a tendency to steal the life force from humans. And the reason why they do this is because they believe that if they come across a powerful life force, they will be brought back to life. Though it is important to note that Tobogani believes that this theory is pure speculation. Now, the Acrobatic Silkly is classified as a modern day yokai. According to the folklore, she's a spirit of a mother who wanders the earth in search of the spirit of a child. She's said to take the form of a tall woman wearing a red dress and a plate-like hat who moves like an acrobat. There have been reported sightings of her leaping from the top of tall buildings, and episode 7 revealed why that is the case. Now, what's interesting in this case is that the yokai ended up consuming Aira because she was a tad bit rude. She called her a monster, which led to her dying. It's later explained by Turbogranny that when a yokai consumes an ordinary person, it's natural that they lose their life. The Acrobat Silky goes on to confirm this and appears to be saddened by the outcome. She later remembers her true purpose was to protect Aira, as she believes Aira to be the daughter that was taken from her. As she said in chapter 17, "I swore that I would protect you, but I ended up hurting you. I've become nothing but a monster who cannot even control my emotions. I will end this now." She then offered to give the aura she possesses to Aira, and that's because the living things and aura is akin to a battery. So she hopes to replenish Aira's depleted aura with her own. Now, Momo then proceeded to use her ability to form a link between the Acrobatic Silky and Aira, which pretty much led to her resurrection. Now, what happened next is very important because she then began to turn to ash, which Turbogranny goes on to explain it's because she gave her battery to Aira. She also states that she has lingering regrets here as well, so she won't be able to achieve nirvana if she continued the way that she was before. She then goes on to explain that she will fade into nothingness, completely erased from existence, forgotten by the living and the dead. Now, while this was happening, her memories of the past leaked into Aira as well, which caused her to sympathize with her. She then hugged her in her last moments and told her that she loved her, and also that she swore she won't forget her. We then get a panel of the Acrobatic Silky finally achieving nirvana, which kind of implies that her daughter died as well, but I'm not sure. Now, Aira having this power is clearly because she now has the battery or life force energy of the Acrobatic Silky, thus being able to achieve this form. She also seems to have full control of the form itself, which also implies that she retains the experience of the prior user per se. She's able to use her hair strands to form attacks strong enough to incapacitate multiple Sapporians at the same time. She's also very nimble, being able to dodge multiple strikes from the shrimp alien, and even got the upper hand at one point in the fight. With that said, while she's pretty strong and capable, that isn't really her strong suit. As pointed out by one of the Sapporians, her agility is quite remarkable, but it would seem that she doesn't have much power. Even so, they still wanted to steal her banana organ, which would prove quite, let's just say, difficult. Nevertheless, she's able to stomach a full force attack from the shrimp alien without falling unconscious, which proves that in a 1v1 fight, she would likely be the victor, at least to this version of Mr. Shrimp. Now, this isn't anywhere close to the full power of the Acrobatic Silky, as she was able to keep up with the power of Turbogranny as seen in chapter 17, at least the amount of Granny's power he could muster at that point in time. Now, she does get way stronger later on in the manga, and if you guys don't want to get spoiled, you can end this video right now, and I'll see you guys on the next one. With that said, after learning about spiral power, Aira began to utilize these abilities in conjunction with her yokai powers to improve her offense. That's because, as explained by Turbogranny, everything on the planet is made of spirals, such as the arrangement of branches and leaves, the way seeds are attached, a typhoon, the Milky Way, DNA. All creations of this world are made of spirals. This mechanic can then be applied to anything, which leads to an increase in power. And using this power, Aira was able to shape her hair strands into drills around her legs to pierce her opponents and penetrate tough materials such as suits of armor. Now, there's also the power of words as well, which makes your attack stronger by saying the words and putting feelings into it, thus making things thought impossible become reality. It's somewhat similar to JJK, in which explaining your curse technique to your opponent makes it a tad bit stronger. By the way, Aira's hair strands are a lot stronger than depicted in the recent episode, as she's later able to lift people and heavy objects such as cars and even bind targets. Also, later on in the battle versus the music room portraits, Aira dodged every single explosive music note despite the reduced traction on the terrain created by the tulips. Turbogranny even goes on to note that Aira's speed enables her to perform 4 distinct actions within a single beat, which explains why she's able to dodge attacks so easily. So, as you can see, Aira is one of the most powerful yokai hybrids within the world of Dandadan, and of course, this is just the beginning. With that said, that's it for the video guys. If you guys liked it, drop a like down below, and also Comment down below. Do you guys want to see me make more videos on Dandadan, cover different topics? If you guys have any suggestions, you can let me know in the comment section, of course. And also, if you guys are new, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.